on the other side of the moving van. And unfortunately, due to weather and the fact that we've got two law enforcement aircraft over the scene right now, we're not going to be able to get on the other side of that moving van for a time quite yet. So we don't have a complete picture of what's going on in the scene, even from our vantage point here at Sky 9.
Derek, you said this was a kidnapped suspect. Is the victim, the alleged victim, in the truck with this suspect, or it's just the suspect in the pickup?
The information that we had was the suspect was with the victim when the pursuit was underway. So it's a very dangerous situation indeed for that victim, should that person still be around. That was information that came from the CHP, so we're just not certain yet if that is indeed correct. But that was the information that we were given as well.
Okay, lastly, Derek, did this kidnapping, do you know, did the CHP say, did it take place today in San Luis Obispo, or is this some other incident?
We don't know when the kidnapping actually began, but the pursuit, we understand, did began in San Luis Obispo, as you said. So we don't have any further information on that kidnapping itself, but apparently the victim was with the kidnapper when the pursuit was underway.
Okay, Derek, thanks for that. We're going to keep our eye on this. Again, a kidnapped suspect led the CHP on a high-speed pursuit from San Luis Obispo to Santa Barbara, just north of Santa Barbara there. This is happening right off the 101 freeway and the 117. You can see it's in a standoff situation right now. Officers standing there with the guns drawn. We'll keep an eye on it, and anything develops here, we'll get back to it. Moving on this afternoon.
Breaking news now. We want to get back to this incident we've been following north of Santa Barbara County involving the culmination of a high-speed pursuit there. What's going on now, Derek Bell?
It looks as though the SWAT officers have moved up to both of the vehicles that are stopped just off the 101 freeway. They looked inside that pickup truck, and now they've opened the driver's side door to that moving van. Again, we believe it was the pickup truck that was involved in that high-speed pursuit. However, officers not taking any chances. They are looking in that moving van as well. So still a tense situation right now. We have not heard anything on the scanner regarding any movement of anybody on the ground right now, but they have moved into the area and they are looking inside those vehicles right now. So we're going to stay overhead and bring you any developments when they become available.
Derek, are you telling us that no one was found inside the pickup truck?
We saw them move up just seconds ago. We have not seen them pull anybody out, and we have not seen any movement other than the officers right at the pickup truck. So if there's anybody in there, they're not moving, and nor have they pulled them out. Again,
Okay.
It looks like they are now covering themselves and moving over towards that moving van. That might be a little bit more difficult to clear at this time.
Is it pointing to, Derek, somebody possibly deceased in the pickup then?
That certainly could be the possibility. We understand that the officers may have backed off during the pursuit, and there were no ground units here when it actually came to a stop. But the CHP overhead stated that from the time that it stopped to the time that the officers arrived on the scene, nobody left the vehicle or vehicles on foot. So if there is somebody still there and they're not coming out, certainly having a person deceased on the scene is a possibility.
Okay. Thank you, Derek. We'll continue to keep our eye on that and try to...
Still ahead, a website for fans or a tool for stalkers. We want to update you on the situation in Santa Barbara County there. SWAT officers were in a standoff with one of the people here. Derek, what's going on? We're getting some information out. The pursuit was with the moving van, not the pickup truck?
That's right. Confusing information we got right at the beginning. Apparently, when this pursuit went off, the fleeing suspect carjacked some 3 different vehicles, and the last vehicle that he carjacked was actually this white moving van. That was the last vehicle, as we said, that he carjacked before he came to a stop here. We told you early on in the reports that there were shots fired. We did not know who was shooting those rounds off, but we understand there may have been an exchange of gunfire. We understand that an officer may have been wounded in that gunfire, likewise that the suspect himself may have been hit as well. That may have been what brought this pursuit to an end here. So not the pickup truck that is in the front of the white moving van, but the white moving van itself was one of the vehicles that was being pursued by the CHP, one of the ones that the suspect had. So again, it was a wild pursuit that came down from San Luis Obispo, ended right here shortly before Santa Barbara. Officers now moving back and forth between that moving van. We have not gotten any word as of yet as to what the condition of that suspect might be, nor do we have any information about the condition of the officer that may have been hit. As you can see, the 101 freeway completely shut down right now. Officers swarming the scene with lots of different pieces of equipment right now. We're hoping in just the next few minutes that we're going to get definitive word on what actually is going on. There you see some of the officers that are coming back from the van, moving their way towards the makeshift command post that is set up, and we've got one officer now still looking in the front seat of the van.
Okay, Derek, can you tell us what portion of the 101 freeway shut down there, north and south?
Okay, it is right at El Capitan Ranch. That is exit 117. We are about 9 miles from Goleta, which again is on the northwest portion of Santa Barbara. So people that are coming from Santa Barbara to the San Luis Obispo area are going to be shut off right here. Of course, if they go over the top of the pass towards Santa Ynez and make their way inland, they have clear sailing right there. It looks as though CHP is now turning people around in the northbound lanes towards the southbound and getting people, trying to get them away from the area and heading them back towards Santa Barbara itself. So while this investigation continues, the 101 freeway shut down completely about 9 miles from Goleta outside Santa Barbara.
All right, thanks for that, Derek Bell. We'll continue to try to gather some information there. We're going to take a break. When we come back, Josh has a look at the weather.